Good morning, everybody. Daniele Capezzone here, a view from Italy for the Watcher Post from the UTOPIA Studios in Rome. The legendary Mervyn King, the former governor of the Bank of England, when he was summoned at Westminster by some parliamentary committees and when was asked to make predictions, usually answered, "I'm not a fortune teller, I don't have a crystal ball at hand, I cannot make predictions, I can only, together with you, outline different scenarios and prepare a coping strategy for each scenario." This is what we are going to do on Fridays every week to let our non-Italian friends keep in touch and get in touch with the Italian political zoo, which, as you know, is not easy to pin down, let alone to understand, with these bizarre combination of strange animals. As you know, Italy is waiting to have a new government. A couple of weeks ago, the former Prime Minister, Giuseppe Conte, survived a vote of confidence, but at the same time couldn't secure a strong and stable majority in both of the houses of the parliament. As you know, in accordance with our constitution, a government has to enjoy a full majority at the Chamber of Deputies and at the Senate. Conte didn't succeed because one of the parties of his alliance, Matteo Renzi's Italia Viva, decided to break away. So Conte was forced to hand in his resignations in the hands of President Mattarella. President Mattarella authorized the Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies, Roberto Fico, to lead some strange and very long negotiations to see if they could put together once again the very same majority and perhaps form another government led by Conte himself. But these negotiations failed in a humiliating and miserable way. So it was up once again to President Mattarella to decide what to do. And he explained to the Italian electors that he had two choices. The first one was to dissolve parliament and call snap elections. But President Mattarella ruled out this option. The second one, which he chose, was to appoint someone else to try to form a government. And Sergio Mattarella appointed Mario Draghi, the former governor of the ECB. Of course, the supporters of this option point out the authoritative figure of Mr. Draghi, his important record at the top of the ECB. While the opponents of this initiative point out that in a supposed Western democracy, when there is a political crisis, the main way would be to dissolve parliament, call new elections, and let electors have their say. In any case, now, the real question is, what does Mr. Draghi want to do? What does Mr. Draghi want to be? To put it in a Formula One language, does he want to be a sort of safety car, that special car which gets onto the track when the track is in a dangerous condition, so the car gets in, slow down the rhythm, leads the group for a couple of laps, and then lets the other pilots start the race once again? Or, on the contrary, does he want to stay in the race till the end, for 2 full years, till the end of this parliament? The question is, what kind of government will Mr. Draghi form? Will he pick ministers coming from the Conte's experience? And what is even more important, which kind of platform will he choose? Will he choose a high tax and high regulation platform as suggested by Five Star Movement? Or is he going to choose a low tax platform as suggested by the Italian center-right? To put things in a clear way, we can say that Mario Draghi will enjoy a large majority. In the end, five-star senators are likely to support him. Forza Italia is certain to support him. And perhaps also the Northern League, led by Matteo Salvini, is likely to support him. Keep in mind that to have a majority, you need the 92 senators of the Five Star Movement and or many of the 143 senators of the Italian center-right. But you have to consider that Giorgia Meloni, the leader of Brothers of Italy, has decided not to support Draghi. So, being clear that he will enjoy a majority, the point is that Mr. Draghi will have to make clear the political profile and the platform and the theme of his government. As far as I'm concerned, there are 3 points on the carpet. The first 2 are 2 points the new government will have to cope with. The last one, if we might, is someone we strongly suggest the new government to keep at a distance from. The first point is the vaccination campaign. Due to several mistakes made at an EU level during the EU vaccine purchase program, and due to several mistakes and delay, and perhaps also the lack of a proper organization in Italy, the vaccination campaign has not really started. Keep in mind that the only country which are going fast in the vaccination process are non-EU countries. In Israel, almost 60% of the population have already been vaccinated. In the UK, 15%. This means that by the end of March, Israel will unlock their country. They will have a sort of COVID Liberation Day. In Britain, they will have their COVID Liberation Day by the end of April and May. This means that their economy will flourish once again. They will enjoy a V-shaped recovery. The second point is the economic crisis. It's not only a question of preparing and giving to Brussels a proper recovery plan. There is a problem connected with small businesses in Italy. Only in 2020, 500,000 businesses have shut down. It's painful to say, but in this 2021, we are likely to experience a tsunami of bankruptcies and job losses. That's why we think that the new government should put down in black and white appropriate protocols to let businesses, industries, shops be open once again. We can't afford another 12 or 11 or 10 months of lockdown. The last point is something we strongly suggest the new government to keep at a distance from. The old government, led by Giuseppe Conte, wanted to increase the proportional part of the electoral system. Of course, had they the proper numbers, they would have been perfectly in their right to do so. But it would have been, and it would be, a political mistake. It would increase political fragmentation in Italy. It will let several parties blackmail their own coalition. The so-called Second Republic may have had several mistakes and faults, but there was something good we have to maintain. In the so-called Second Republic, the 2 main coalitions were forced before the elections to declare their platforms, their alliances, their candidates for prime minister. On the contrary, in a full proportional system, and you know that in Italy it is not easy to call electors to the elections, but once they have voted, parties will remain free to form and destroy governments in parliament behind people's back with maneuvers that people may not like. So that's it. We hope that the new government will keep at a distance from that. That's all for now. We will see what will happen. See you next Friday, 9:30, A View from Italy, the Watcher Note for the Watcher Post from the UTOPIA Studios in Rome. Thank you.